What up, YouTube? So this is going to be part 10 of the sw20 k20a2 swap, and today we're going to start getting everything kind of wrapped up. We finally got our fuel fitting in today, so I'm going to be replacing this. This is where we had a leak at, and then we're going to be doing our heater hoses. So I got to take this intake back out, and then we're going to be installing our top filler neck, and then that way we can connect our radiator top hoses, and then we can do our bottom radiator hose as well. And we're gonna go ahead and also start doing the rear mount and the front mount. So, and we're also gonna install the sensor too. So I gotta take that 210s back off and get that going as well. We're gonna put a little block off vacuum for that. And then other than that, we should be able to at least start moving the car around and then get to the exhaust. That's pretty much the last thing. Other than that, I'm just gonna start cleaning everything up and zip tying everything. I need to make it look a little better, but basically right now I'm just gonna tack the hoses so you guys can see how I route the heater hoses and show you how the stock hoses actually work on the MR2. You don't have to buy any aftermarket ones or anything. So, and we're also gonna connect our valve cover to intake right there. I gotta cut the hose for that. Pretty much other than that, it's almost ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting to these hoses, and then we'll come back and show you what we did. All right, so we are back now, and I have the hoses all finished up. So I just took the top hose and basically cut it, put the radiator cap adapter, and also attached the reservoir, and pretty much just use some hose clamps, and that's pretty much it on that. I put the valve on here, so we got that settled now as well. And then I also got a brand new thermostat on here. So, and I can show you that what I did as far as the bottom hose. So let me get under here real fast. All right, so this is the bottom hose right here, which we have to our brand new thermostat. Just another thing to keep the cooling system down, because it does take a while for the radiator fluid to travel. So I want to have as much as new parts as possible. So new water pump, thermostat. Yeah, so this hose is just literally flipped upside down. I didn't modify it at all, and it fits here perfect. No new hoses needed unless you just wanted to make it look nicer. I also went ahead and installed the front mount. So I mean, Hux does a really good job. It almost fits like factory. And I mean, their instructions for the spacers are right on. So shout out to Hux Racing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, just some hose clamps, tighten them down real good. And that's pretty much it for that. Next we're gonna be doing is messing with the shifter cables. So I wanted to show you guys that real fast. And then we'll come back and start getting to the intake. After the shifter cables, we're gonna drop those down. We'll get the intake back installed. And we got our JFabs pipe that he made a while back, because he made a couple pipes for me. So I'm gonna install the exhaust, and we'll see what else we gotta get next to. All right, so one thing I wanted to do that someone left a comment on, I think it was Century. He said I can put these levers to the #1 position, and I won't have to trim the center console, and it should go in good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start installing that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Just gonna take these off and then unscrew them, put them on the one, and he said it should shift better also. I mean, it doesn't shift too bad, but if it does shift better with that, and then being able to have this down correctly, that'll be a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off and then switch them to the first ones, and then we'll come back and see how it feels. All right, so we're back, and I put it on 1. So it does feel, I guess, a little bit smoother. It's not as stiff, like crazy stiff like it is on #2. And the console does sit in here with the bolts. So I mean, the only thing, this doesn't really fit, but we'd have to trim this, and I don't want to really mess with this because I don't want to break it. So I guess that's cool for now. So it's tightened down, shifter's ready. All we have to do is also we got a drill for the cluster to stay down, and then I'm gonna show you guys the wire I tapped also for the backlights, since I keep forgetting on every video that I do on the cluster. So I'm gonna get to that and then we'll come back. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys real quick the wire that I used. Hopefully this is the right one. It's all red wire from this plug right here, and I usually tap it into the green wire, the solid green one, and just use a T-tap, and that should turn on when all the lights for the backup lights. I'll confirm it next video for sure, because it's kind of light out here and I can't really see when I turn the light on. But yeah, so I also wanted to go over the heater hoses. I think I forgot to tell you guys about how I did that. So I got the top one running to the beginning of the hose where I cut it at, and then I got the bottom one going to this one, basically the other side that I cut. And then this is just the bypass hose, so they can loop around and go right back into the heater. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So these hoses are just RSX heater hoses cut down. The top hose is just your stock mr2 hose with a radiator adapter. Your bottom hose is stock as well, just flipped upside down. And that's pretty much it as far as your cooling system. It's pretty simple, or you can just delete the heater hoses. Some people don't use that at all, but some people want it because they're going to be driving these cars daily. Most cars that are built like this are usually raced out and turboed, and they're just using it for racing. So other than that, everything, like I said, the mounts on here are all good. I got the rear one on here as well, so all my mounts are on and installed. I installed the JFab pipe that he made, and that's pretty much it as far as the exhaust and the hoses. Now I can start getting things bled on here. Unfortunately, we came across a problem though, as far as something happened with the ECU or the relay, so I'm going to be going over that so we can get a test drive on this thing and make sure it's ready. Hopefully we can have it ready by this weekend, so we can get this thing out of here to the next project. So I'll show you the J pipe I got from Johnny a while back. It's a good thing he makes a couple of them at a time, so I just got to extend the radiator, the O2 sensor, and yeah, this thing will be ready to crank up and start after I figure out what the problem is. I've been having some battery issues as well, so I'm gonna get this thing all charged up. Next video, hopefully we can get this thing bled out, but I also gotta put the intake back on just to make sure everything fits. So I'm gonna get that back on, drop the car, and then I'll pretty much go ahead and end the video after that. Alright, so got the intake on, and pretty much everything is all clear as far as the hoses, so I don't have any problems with that. Like I said, next video we'll go ahead and start cleaning up the bay, bleeding the radiator, and we'll be able to hear the exhaust and hopefully take it for a little test drive so we can give the car back to the customer. So other than that, if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you want to hit me up and have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram, which is rarewooded_, or you can hit me up on my email, which is honda.mike1988@gmail.com, or just leave a comment. If you haven't, check out the rest of the videos as well so I can get more views up. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.